Good morning, everyone. This is JJ at microwavefutures.com. I hope you are all having a wonderful weekend. I'm going to go through a little bit of a breakdown of what happened last week a bit and what we can expect going forward. And then we're going to go take a look at a couple of stocks that, people are looking at and, you know, for those who correlate, let's go see how much damage was done in the actual securities versus the ES futures, which of course have completely different order flow than the stocks that you're watching. So they do sometimes get disconnected. So this is why it's very important for especially newer traders who have a limited attention span, limited skill set to not try and correlate markets. Just watch the traffic on the street that you're trying to cross so you don't get hit by a car. Focus is the most important thing for a newer retail trader. So what I'm doing here is you can see we've got a new balance zone that I'm working on, and the top is 61.16, bottom is 60.22, and what this balance is a rotation of inventory. So you get a look above and fail, which targets the bottom of that zone. Then you get a look below and fail, which targets the top, right? And then you get a fail to look below. So you get rotation back up into distribution, which we had. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 5.5 days of distribution. Now, promises were made. Everybody was expecting this. When that doesn't happen, these people get happy feet. They start to sell. When they start to sell, the people who have inventory at a lower cost basis will outsell them, drive the market down, buy it all back, and then do this. Now, because we're reading a lot of stuff about maybe there's a new virus and there's a high level of economic policy and trade uncertainty. So when there's uncertainty, large players tend to sit back and watch because they don't have to trade, right? So they'll sit back and wait for some stability. So what we're looking for this week is a break of 60.22. A great trade is the look below and fail of that, or the look below and go. And if it breaks 22 and we get accepted underneath 22 and a half, right, which means the market will offer under 22. So it'll offer 22, 21, 20, 18, 19. Watch the offer. The offer is what controls the market. When the offer starts moving lower, and if you're short, you 22 and a half, 23 cover, right? Your stops above there for position traders, and you're looking for 59.75. If that 59.50 swing low gets taken out, you're looking for 59.28, 58.82, and down here at 58.35, which is the bottom of the two times discount zone. So this is the markup zone, this is the discount zone, this is your cost basis. Okay. So keeping that in mind, we're going to go take a look at another larger balance that I cooked up this weekend, and it incorporates that 59.50 as the bottom. And you can see that we've had selling at 61.15. So that creates the top. So let's just see, if we break that 22 on the other chart, we'll be looking for 50, and that kind of aligns quite nicely. So I will post that on Twitter a little later. I should be calling it X. Now, let's go take a quick look at equities, and then we'll get to Sunday night's trading. So Apple, as you can see, look below and fail of 235.78. We have cost basis in Apple, which is right here. Right, so the market came into cost basis, they stopped selling, market rebounds. Okay, um, everybody, and this is really true of people who have never actually distributed size. A lot of traders, even institutional traders, have never worked out huge amounts of stock or been the control axe in a deal. So they don't realize when everyone stops selling, that creates buying, right? Scarcity creates interest. It's really simple. So Apple, not much chart damage from yesterday or from Friday. Amazon, yeah, you've got a little bit. We're down in that little gap here. We're looking for 213.49 to hold, right? But you can see that we're still well above the cost basis here. So we're in pure distribution. Google, same thing. We probably got our cost basis is probably around here between 163 and 178. And, these are just regular, normal pullbacks. Meta finally had a pullback. Microsoft, not much action going here. It's basically business as usual in that rotational balance from 398 to 433. NVIDIA, now this is a beautiful example of what we call the look below and fail. When the market looked below 117 and failed, I was telling everybody, once it regains 117, it's going to rotate up to 130. And that's exactly what it did. Now it's in the two times distribution zone. We didn't get to the middle of it. So we get a little bit of selling, right? That 136 area, watch that going forward this week. And of course, if it breaks 130, it'll probably come back and test the 127 level. All right. Your favorite Palantir finally had a pullback, which was much needed. We still have that massive gap. And of course, the SPY, we're looking for 593.28 on the downside, and 602 is sort of the middle of this double distribution here. Good old Tesla, same thing. Tesla had another nice trade, and this is where that look below and fail. Here you get a look below and fail, and it just targets the top, right? And then, it's a nice trade, 320.28. So, you're long 330, 340. You're selling into the 350s, 355s, and your stop this way, the way we trade, our stops are structural. So it's not a dollar amount. The stop is based on whether the trade makes business sense. Once the trade stops making business sense, there's no reason for you to be in it. So what's the business sense here? That supply under 328 has run out because the sellers don't need to sell under 328 because there are bids there. So they walk away from the bids and the buyers will follow them like kids chasing an ice cream truck. Very, very simple. This MSTR, I don't know. I'm just wondering about that deal, but they had distribution. Cost basis is down here in the 240s. Let's hope it doesn't get there for the people who are long. And that's it for equities. Let's go take a look at Sunday night. So Sunday night, our inventory is here. Okay. There's that 60.22 and a half. And watch that low doesn't have a lot of excess. So there's a good amount of buying down there. There's two ticks, so it's a proper low according to market profile people. But what you want to watch for is if we can take what was taken in on the liquidation and sell it up here. You are going to have resistance at these stops here at 33, at 35. There's single prints above us. So there's a big chunk of supply up here between 40 and 46. There's a lot of cleanup to be done. So look for a nice trade is always the look below and fail of Friday's low, if that works. But if we break and go, we will just use these levels like 22. There's a stop here at 18 and 6,007. Just use the lower stops, and I'll be on with the gang from Wolf Financial on Sunday night. So let's see how this market opens. Remember, you don't have to trade right off the open. Let the market open. The Globex session is a very long session, 6 p.m. Eastern time to 9:30 a.m. So you have a lot of time to really, really hunt out your good trades. Wait for when the business suits you, right? When your way of doing business shows itself, then you just jump all over it. Until then, play hard to get with your money, okay? Be a price action snob. Don't trade chop. If you want to learn how to trade with a high level of skill, if you want to learn how to trade with practical common sense, no mumbo jumbo gobbledygook, we don't go into indicators and give you a bunch of flowery language. Here's where you buy. Here's where you put your stop. Why you put your stop. There's a reason why you put your stop at certain places. There's always a business reason to take a trade. If that business reason goes away, so do you and your money, right? If you want to learn how to trade in a practical, common sense way, come visit us at microefutures.com. We have a 7-day free trial, right? And you know, always remember, he who has the lowest cost basis wins. Okay. So we will teach you how to be consistently profitable. And on days that you're not profitable, we're going to teach you how to manage risk like a professional so you don't blow up accounts and lose money unnecessarily. Okay. And that's pretty much it. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm JJ, and we'll have some more videos out this week. We're working on some interesting things. Stay tuned. Thanks, everyone. Bye for now.